It's snowing again. In Toronto? This year? No. No, it doesn't seem right. But yes, here we are. I will say that this is about the fifth or sixth concurrent snow day we've had. And by that I mean we've just had a lot of snow. And it feels like it never ends. Because it doesn't. Because that's the kind of winter we're going to have. But anyways, that's not going to deter me. I think that the city is still nice and still pretty and still beautiful to check out, especially on days like today. So the plan is right now, let's go up to the ROM and then let's go down to Union and then circle back. And we're going to see how long my favorite course around Toronto takes. So from here, let's go for a walk. Oh, hi Harjot. Hello Anita. Good to see you friends today. We're just starting the course. Gonna go up and over and see where we end up from there. In a way, I guess the plan today is to walk the young line, or the one line. So, yeah, that's the thought. Or perhaps just the inspiration. Hey Sam, good to see you. On time and everything, it's great. It's nice when YouTube works sometimes. Good morning, Stephen. Lovely to see you, my friend. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful, light, snowy day. Not crazy. Not terrible. Just kind of easy and nice. So, be hitting up some of the more favorable, lovely spaces. And snow, how unusual, right? See how the downtown core primarily interacts with our favorite flurry. I mean, to be fair, I could have done either one of these as the walk today. Like, gone to one or the other, but I'm just like, you know what? Why not both? Let's do both. Hey, Ron. Good to see you today. As you can see, we are coming up to the village. Church and Wellesley Village area. Beautiful area. Very vibrant. Great bakery if you're ever in the area. Lots of bars that are kind of mid, I guess. But did you forget to check out StreamYard again? I didn't. But StreamYard costs like $90 a month. And I was just like, that's a little bit too much for me right now. So I'm going to be passing on that one for the foreseeable future. But once this gets to the point where, you know, I can start making the necessary upgrades, I'll absolutely be looking into more options. But for now, the system I have has to be the system I go with for a little bit. Not opposed to improving, but just kind of where I'm at right now. It's kind of where we're sitting. I'd rather be open and honest about those sorts of things. Craig's Cookies is, I'm not gonna lie, Craig's Cookies is pretty delicious. Hello, Mayan. Great to see you today. Hope y'all are having a good day out there. Oh yeah, today's not even like a day where I have to be worried and say stay warm out there. Because most of the time, you probably will.
And so,
unless you're actively making the choice like me to not do that. But why would you do that to yourself? Slow walkers. Let's see. There we go. Up over here, we're gonna go up and check out some of the more interesting intersections of the city. And see how it goes. Sam, did you do Fish Friday? Is that a thing? Are people doing Fish Friday now? Hey, I got my fish replacement in that hospital. Oh, no way. Well, hip hip hooray. Oh, man. I'm wearing one of those coats where, like, the top button is the one that's impossible to do up. So I end up just struggling forever to try to get the one button to close. It just doesn't want to. It's very frustrating, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, screw it. Not worth the struggle. I remember that was one of the cards that we used to sell at like the Sassy Card Company. And it was hip hip replacement. It's your 50th birthday. It's just like, oh. Haven't had fish and chips in a while, to be fair. Oh, fish and chips is great. Gotta love them. I always use a scarf in lieu of the top button. See, normally I would too. But Joel stole my scarf. I get it. He's riding a bike to work. He needs it more. But I'm still just like, I want to not be cold. Yeah. It's always like that one little bit that's hard to finagle into something. But it's also not until you're outside that you kind of realize it. Ugh. Yes, it is a donut day today, which is wonderful news. Thanks, Medano. Aw, that's wonderful of you. Thank you so much. As you can see, I'm still trying to get this button up. It's just not going. This stupid jacket. This is just gonna bug me all day now. But I will get it done. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. You've been a great help to the channel. It's wonderful to have you here. So, we're gonna keep walking for a bit. Greetings, people of the slush. Greetings to you, Mr. Andrew. Delightful as ever to see you. I think I just need to surrender to the button. The button wins. Unless I do it from the other side. Let's see the haircut. Well, since you asked so nicely, I guess it would only be fair to oblige. Ah, this stupid button. It's like one of those hyperfixation moments where I'm just like, one of these could be good. It's not. Alright, alright. There's a haircut. Got some blue, got some pink in the back. I wanted something very different, and I think that Joel did a very good job of it, so I'm quite happy with it. And plus, any way I can potentially help him out, always happy to do it. So if you know anyone in Toronto who wants a really good, clean haircut, I know a guy. I think the weather forecast for Toronto is slush until Easter. Oh goodness, I hope not. So give us warm weather already. Can't be that hard. They've got excessive at south of the border. Donate with PayPal or coffee, as Maddie gets zero, most of it, and YouTube gets 0%. That's true. But here's the thing. Whatever is convenient for people and whatever people feel comfortable with, I'm happy to provide a way to make it happen. Why didn't you get your hair and glow in the dark? Well, we'll see. Keeping the riffraff under control. Sam's still here though. It's crazy. Nah, Sam's not riffraff. He's the chuff. Trying to come up a haircut comment. Give me a minute. See, it's best when it comes from friends who are bald, because they're just like, nice haircut, and just like, you two. Scoot by the person. And hair today, gone tomorrow. There it is. There it is. Which would be a great name for a hairdresser. Or a hair salon. Actually, I guess that would only work for like haircut places, really quick haircut places, like Supercuts. Sorry, haircut, you look great. Hello, princess, my love. Wonderful to see you today. We're making our way up. Gonna get to Bloor. I think we're gonna walk the 1. That's always a nice route. It gets you through the majority of downtown. See a lot of really interesting, beautiful things. I don't know why I'm walking so fast. I guess just instinct kicks in at some point when you're walking in downtown Toronto. It's like, you know what? We need to be everywhere right now. Do people walk in and say, excuse me, my car needs a boost? I would not be surprised if they did. I've seen a couple shows there. Most of which were pretty good. But also, it's been a long time since I've seen a show. Oh, Chick-fil-A. What a weird company to have come into Toronto. I was listening to YouTube earlier. Apparently there are ice departments in Canada. Oh, there's more than enough ice around us. I do think it's weird that they just opened a place called, specifically, Oklahoma Burgers in Canada. It's like, is Oklahoma known for their burgers? I could rock that blue too. I believe it entirely. You know, being a mod for Matt means you have to copy his haircut, read your contract. Funny enough, Green Knight actually went to Joel a few times, but I don't think he's been back since the issues, but yeah. One day he shall return. Mo says, afternoon everyone in the chat. Getting more snow right now. Hope you dressed warm today. I dressed as warm as I could. I will say this top button not doing up is very annoying. But it is technically fine. I am technically okay. By the way, we are currently on the Mink Mile. This area of Toronto specifically, very, very much tailored and catered to the most high spender in the city. It's not long, it's only about a couple blocks, but all of the major places, all the major players here are present. So you'll see, if they're not here, then they're up a block in Yorkville. But still freezing in my well. That's fair enough. Fancy schmancy, very much that. I mean, Italy's right there. You got Holt Renfrew. There are a couple places here that are like mildly affordable. So you'll see you get a couple of the like Indigos here, LCBO obviously for the youths. Like Roots and Winners are on this block, but it's mostly like Holt Renfrew, Rolex. This is where you find the big spenders for sure. You did just pass by Fabricland. That's kind of an exception, I will say. Kind of like that in Winners. They stand out a little bit. I want spring to come sooner. Agreed. To be fair, today isn't like a brutal cold, but by no means is it an easy cold. It's not like an easy warm day. It's still cold, but it's not like it's not a brutal cold. Older people drink. It's what we're good at, to be fair. To be very fair, that's true. If we were to go up there, we would go to Yorkville. That's where you'd find like the super boutiques, the Chanel's, the Yves Saint Laurent's on this street. The other ones that are fancy, Gucci, I think, is up there. Getting darker later, but now they're not working right. Yeah, they'll fix the weather one day. Something going on with her. Chanel too, that is true. So the great thing about this walk is that it hits on a lot of my favorite places in the city. So like I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna go to Philosophers Walk. We're gonna go check out around the ROM. Maybe even check out Shooters. Maybe even check out AGO. The OCAD building. Lots of fun options for sure. If you look closely, you can actually already see the ROM coming up overhead. I mean, we're making much better progress than I thought we would. But it's good. Moving at a clip.
Like
Whitney Building. You know what? We might skip the Whitney Building today. I mean, y'all have heard about it a million times. Do you really want to hear about it 1,000,001? All it takes is one person to say yes. Now we'll go to the Whitney Building. It's the Olivia Dean store. Just don't skip the boop. Ooh, that's a good point. Now that everyone's put away like their figurines, the boops are getting harder to figure out. Sure, you go first. Why not? These are the important things. We can't skip the boop. Yeah, it's so funny. You have like Yves Saint Laurent, followed by Paris Baguette, followed by Winners and Home Sense. Just like one of those things doesn't seem like it belongs on this street. But at the same time, sure. Oh, I got the button up. And now it's immediately bothering me and I want to put it down again. Like one of those cats. You just let me outside, but also I want to go in. Let's see the new hair. Started back baking and cooking. Ooh, you sold out? Amazing. Also good to see you, First Last. Anytime you're here, it's always the days I'm not planning to go around where First and Last Cafe is. But one of these days you'll be here and that will happen. And I won't get attacked. It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. There we have Gucky. Luca Falconi. Or Falconry, if you want. It's interesting. Every year, Ashley, like William Ashley, they would have this setup in front every Christmas where they would balance a race car on like 4 teacups. It was a very impressive visual, but I don't remember seeing it the past couple years. Saudi Arabia is building a 2-kilometer tower. I don't think it's gonna get built. Let's be honest. It's probably, the line was a disaster. Let's just be honest. So I don't think a 2-kilometer building in Saudi Arabia is gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. It's only a matter of time until we get a building that is over 1 kilometer high. But like, that seems like another attempt to get investors to invest and then kind of, I don't know, know them as a whole or whatever it's called. Like that whole debacle is just kind of crazy. Well, the other thing is they're doing everything they can to just, like, they have the oil industry, but the oil industry, because the world's moving towards renewables really quickly, like, they really want to build themselves up as a tourist destination, which is why you get things like Qiddiya City, which is the new Six Flags park, which is insane. Like, if you've seen the videos of that, it's crazy. But also, hello, Gabriella. Also, hi, Weez. I said your question, but didn't actually say hello. HXQ's here. Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the chat today. Oh, the ROM is one of my favorite buildings. It's divisive. I get it. I know why some people hate the Michael Chin extension. But, like, I think it's cool. At this point, it's also been around long enough that you can kind of just get used to it, but it is Toronto taking a bold and daring risk in terms of architecture. And I think that's great. I think that's really cool. Saudi Arabia wanted to compete with Dubai for outrageous building to attract big money. And that's pretty much it. But you also look to see how, like, don't get me wrong, Dubai built the Burj Khalifa and it built the Palm Island, whatever it was. But then they kind of went bankrupt. And now they're just kind of trying to build on what's there. Because they had the whole world and the other palms that they wanted to create. Palm something. But they had all those other ones. And then they had the world, and then it was going to be part of the universe. And all of that had, like, huge ecological destruction. Like, almost unparalleled in many ways. You're sounding confident in that new look. You haven't even seen it yet. Once we get to the bottom of Philosopher's Drive, it should be around 30 minutes. So I'll do what I can then. Give you something to look forward to. But yeah, Dubai's like a crazy... I would love to go to Dubai, but I also don't have money. And that's kind of like the one thing you need in order to go to Dubai and enjoy yourself. So, no time soon. I'm no Ben and David. I still like how you can still very clearly see where the ROM was, what the museum looked like before, its structure. It's all still here. It's like the royal part of the museum is still here. I do hate how they have the planetarium that is literally just sat empty since like the early 2000s. It's been like over 20 years now. Open it up again. Or at least do something with the space. Like, maybe they're just hiding an alien in there. We don't know. Anything's possible. But that would be pretty cool. If they're hiding an alien in there, let me know, because I would like to see it. Even saw the guy that did it on your vlog. He posted, "Yes, that's Joel. I know he hasn't actually been on the channel before, but that is my partner. It's what he does." And just like, I told him I wanted something a little wild and crazy. He went for it. And I was just like, you know what? This is great. I enjoy this a lot. Although I am going to America with it. I'm just worried. It's just like, we'll see what they say about me when I cross the border. Book me an appointment. He did a great job. Thank you so much. Well, if you're ever in Toronto and you let him know that you saw his stuff on TOURonno, he'll give you 25% off. I do like his model because he does a model where it's just like you don't pay tip. So the price you see is the price that you get charged at the end. And he just does gender neutral pricing. So it's just the amount of time he spends on you is the amount that you pay. American Dad style alien. You know what? I would not be surprised. We need more Rogers in the world. I feel like if I could, Roger would definitely be one of my inspirations of character for sure. This is currently Philosophers Walk. If we go to the right over here, you will see Trinity. This is a part of University of Toronto campus, specifically the seminary area. But the inside's many beautiful churches, kind of all stacked together into a campus. It's quite nice, quite nice. There is an alien. His name is Keir Starmer. I gotta warn you folks, if I go left, we're getting the Whitney building. But if I go right, we're getting Robards. So it all depends on which one people prefer. Or nothing, and then I just default to the Whitney building. That's also an option. You know what? It's been probably about a week since Whitney. Let's go check and see how she's doing. Or he's doing. Whitney is technically a gender-neutral name. But again, so is Jordan. But I always usually think of Jordan as men. I did know a couple female Jordans growing up. But certainly not often. I do love how in the middle of Philosopher's Walk, they actually do have like the little posts that you can study and actually appreciate as you're going through. But underneath us, this was all Tattle Creek back in the day. So this was a river that would kind of stem down and feed into the Don. But, you know, due to years of construction and other things, this is what's happened. So, for those who don't know, my name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto. And if you or someone you know is coming to the city, you can always gift them with a unique experience by booking them a customizable walking tour tailored to their interests. So if that's of interest to you, feel free to book my services via VIATOR or TRIPADVISor in the link below. In addition to that, a great way that we're doing this is by your help and appreciation and your eyeballs. So if you like what you see, please feel free to like. And if you want to come back, I do this every day. So please subscribe. I'd love to have you back and help keep this channel grow in a major way. So we appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here. And in the meantime, let's go for a walk. Let's see the red. Oh, that requires it. Oh, I missed it. To be fair, it's more of like a pink. But it's just kind of a little peekaboo at the back. Peekaback? No, it sounds wrong. Oh, there's the tower. Again, just in case you get where you are. So for those who don't know, we are currently going by Queen's Park. So named because it was dedicated initially to Queen Victoria. Your hair is awesome. I still get funny looks for maintaining my blonde. God forbid us guys have some fun. Right? Here's the thing, is I realize that 90% of my social circle knows who I am. I'm just like, you look at my mustache, you're just like, you know what, he can get away with anything. And I'm just like, you know what? I do. And I will. And now I must. So, yeah. I'm that crazy person. I'm an artist, unashamedly. And, yeah. If you got an issue with that, I don't know what to tell you. I have people stopping me in the middle of the street to tell me I have a nice mustache. What do you think they're going to do if they see my hair at the same time? Their heads will explode. It'd be great. It'd be crazy. Oh, look who it is in front of us. Can you deliver a message to Doug Ford for me? I see no issue. Why not? Coming to Toronto at the start of March. We'll be there for St. Patrick's Day Parade. Come watch. I'll keep an eye out for you. Watching from outside Belfast. That sounds like fun. I would love to go to... I didn't even... Of course there's a St. Patrick's Day Parade. I can't imagine what activity I'll do while I'm watching. But I have a suspicion it'll be fantastic. One day you will do the Do you think you will the mustache will get shaven or trimmed back at some point, no doubt. But like, the great thing about hair is that it grows back. So we have options. I will get tired. At one point I will get so tired of it that I'll be like, you know what? It's gone. It's done. No more. And then there will be no more of it. But in the meantime, right now it's working fine. So if we go over there. Also, I hear Belfast is beautiful. There's a place in downtown Toronto called Belfast Love, which is like an Irish pub. I've only been there once, and it was very expensive, so I never went back. Because I am cheap. But if you admit that, it's not a problem, right? 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 It's fine. Look at the Whitney Building. Can't really see it through the trees, but at least you get a beautiful view of the park. Nice little bit of snowfall. Cutting up through here, we will be going through U of T and then moving our way south. It's kind of nice to give myself permission. It's just like, you know what? Just walk through all the places that you like. And I'm just like, you know what? Why don't I do this more often? Like, I like all these places. Who's the man on the horse? Oh, I don't know. Someone did. No, I can't remember who it is. A general of some sort. But, yeah. I believe you can be who you are and don't study people. Yeah, I think so too. Hello, David. Good to see you today. I will actually need to remind myself who that man on the horse actually is. Because I'm just like, that is one of those things that I should probably remember to remember. Visit Highway 401 for the safety of pedestrian bridge one day? Yeah, that would actually be a good option. Or even potentially seeing how long it takes to walk up there. We are currently walking by the legislature. Ontario House of Commons? But underrated for sure, but definitely a beautiful city, like a beautiful building. Might not always care for what goes on inside, but you know, That's politics for you. But just the detailing they have. And it's like, this feels like a European building, in my opinion. Certainly has that old school feel, which is always nice. Belfast is okay. It's a nice area around the City Hall area. I prefer holidaying in Dublin. Well, you know what? Well, as a Eurovision fan, well, former, sort of as a Eurovision, like, fan-esque, Ireland obviously holds a big place for me. Because, frankly, Ireland might be one of the best countries to do Eurovision ever. At least in the old days. Gotta go, heading out. Good to see you, Princess. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Tutu. Hello, Radio? Radio Videa Stereo. Oh, wonderful to have you today. Where are you from in Costa Rica? From San Jose? Or I went there a few years ago. We went to San Jose and then we went down to Manuel Antonio, and it was absolutely incredible. There's a coffee place there called, was it Doka Coffee? And they had white chocolate coffee beans, and they were like the best thing I've ever had. We ordered them, like, we ordered specifically from them, me and my ex at least. We ordered specifically from them multiple times just to get those beans. I love those beans so much. Hello, Brad. Good to see you today. Just so everyone can see the legislation from this side. We've got Miss Vicky. Before she started making chips, of course. I don't remember Cheers when I got into Steam Whistle. You'd be too young to remember Cheers. I remember of Cheers. Hello, TOURonno. How's the weather today? It's fairly warm. It's a little cold, but it's fairly warm. It's a little snowy, so you're getting the slush out and about, but it's not terrible. Not terrible by any means. Happy Friday. I can't remember which one's which. One of these, I know down there is, one of these is Mackenzie King, and one of these I believe is someone else. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I got this confused. Vicky's over there, and then this is Elizabeth. So this is Betty. Betty over here, Vicky over there. Looking very, very stately on their thrones, which is very nice. I find it easier in my brain to wrap my head around the concept of a queen rather than the fact that we have a king again. It's very strange in my brain, but Ireland had to stop winning Eurovision. It was bankrupting the country. Yeah, there was the one year where it was, man, to be fair, yeah, I completely understand. 38 degrees in South Africa. Oh, that would be beautiful. Where are you from in South Africa? Joburg or... All right. Okay, so this one over here, just so I can get them right. We have Georgie Brown. Nice to know your visit made here. We live in Heredia City. Oh, that sounds wonderful. And this is Whitney. And look what's behind Whitney. How have I never noticed this before? Of course it's Whitney. Also, is Whitney kind of a stud? Does Whitney have a mustache? Oh my God. Why have I never noticed this before? Whitney with the Whitney building in the background. This excites me to an unreasonable extent. Well, now I know too much. I'm going to have to look you up, good sir. I wonder if he's on Hinge. From Durban, very coastal, very beachy. That's wonderful. Hello, Rory. Hello, Lumia. Welcome, welcome today. See, so many boopable statues, but so few of them within boop range. That's the problem. You put someone on a pedestal, you can't boop them on the nose. Take that as life advice as well. Guys, I hate to say it, I think Whitney could get it. Well, now I've ever... Snow Wang. That brings a whole new meaning to Snow Angel. Snow Wangle. Where about in Toronto is this? This is fairly central, actually. So what we're doing is we're exploring a lot of the downtown area. So if you know the city really well, we're going to be walking through U of T campus because also it is beautiful and it's really cool to see. But this is pretty much like right in the center of the city. You got the government building right there, followed by the educational establishment right over here. Oh, I think I see our boop structure. Yeah, you're the boop today. Let's pay respect to our elders who were here before. Boop. Also, it's so easy to make like a sculpture look terrifying. He actually looks pretty gentle. He looks nice. Good job on the sculpture. Snow Wang is a schlongel. Or a schlongsicle. So we are coming up to what is called King's Court. This is a roundhouse quad in the middle of the area, specifically of U of T. And certainly one of the more... It's definitely a beautiful part of the campus, I'm not going to lie. I really like this one. It kind of makes me wish I'd gone here, but I also know how much it costs, so I'm glad I didn't. To take like a single course here, I was looking it up. It costs like $2,000. I was like, that's crazy. But then again, I look back and I'm just like, well, I guess that actually tracks in today's day and age. But still, beautiful campus. Torn straight out of Hogwarts, but like, not the transphobic one. You don't believe they're making a Harry Potter TV show? That's something that I'm just like, well, this does not need to be a TV show. First off, there is nothing that happens in the first book that justifies doing an entire year of a TV show with it. Just like, come on. Durban is nice. Ooh. Also, of the campus, this is probably one of my favorite parts. I just find it so lovely. And straight in the middle. I always want to know what the story is behind the one turret. Because there was another one at one point. So I'm just like, how did that come out of being? So is St. George campus. St. George campus, very nice as well. Actually, to be fair, it's kind of more rare to find a place in the U of T campus that's not picturesque in some way, except for that little corner specifically by Spadina. That just kind of is non-stop brutalist buildings. It's like every building a boring square. Boring square after boring square after boring square. Not ideal. Not ideal. I could wear a Canadian flag suit for special occasions. I'd have to have special occasions, though. It's like, what are the special occasions these days? If someone's getting married, let me know, because I will show up in a Canadian Tire suit. Especially if I'm not invited. And especially if it's not in Canada. New City Official, happy Friday, Matti. Where are you off to today? Well, the plan was, specifically, is I'm going to hit up a bunch of my favorite spots in the city. It's my day. It's my special day. The reason why is because it's snowing slightly. And because it's snowing slightly, I get to do what I want. So, we're going to go down to, we hit up the ROM, we did Philosophers Walk. We're just now cutting through U of T. We're going to head down to Union Station. And then come up through Yonge, do some fun parts over there. Then go see where else it takes us. So, a bit of a basic, simple, pretty walk today. But at least it's very picturesque. Just got a nice, it's a nice chill vibe today. It's not too cold. How did the I Heart Beer Fest go last week? Oh my God, that was so much fun. Will I go back next year? Absolutely. Also, some really great beers. If people were watching, will instantly be able to recognize my favorite ones. But there was a cherry beer that was absolutely phenomenal. And that one was great. The problem was it was 8%. But yeah, some of the places were very generous to me. I had to actually force my token into some people's hands. But, it was good. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun at I Heart Beer Festival. Canada is the traffic cone capital. It really is. Well, apparently they're doing an I Heart Beer Festival in Ottawa. And there was a part of me that was just like, could I reach out to them as well and then go to the I Heart Beer Festival in Ottawa? Yeah. Maybe next year, if we plan it accordingly, we could actually have a group of us go. I think that'd be fun. We can be the TOURonno pack. Maybe we'd be a dazzle, like raccoons. Or sorry, like zebras. Better a token than a wang. I mean, it just depends on the context. Some wangs are fantastic. One of my friends is actually named Andy Wang. He's my favorite. Well, he's one of my favorite people. You can tell we got a little bit of snow today. So the CN Tower is not quite as crisp as it would normally be. But, all things considered, still a great guiding light. Great beacon. If you're ever coming to TOURonno, that's probably the one thing that most people want to see. And to be fair, there's not a lot in it. It's really just an observation deck. But what an observation deck. Gets you a beautiful view of the city. I mean, it's over half a kilometer tall. I know that's not 2 kilometers tall like Saudi Arabia. But it's something. Also, I just want to point out, how sad is it that I didn't even realize the Olympics were happening? It wasn't until it popped up on YouTube that I was just like, right, that's a thing, isn't it? I should really pretend to pay attention to those, maybe. Probably not. But I'm just, yeah, no idea. No clue whatsoever. So if you are cheering for the Olympics, awesome. I hope it's a great time for you. We'll see how it does, I guess. To be clear, I'm Brit. I am straight, but we Brits have an awesome sense of humor. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. No, Monty Python, overrated. I'm kidding. I love Monty Python so much. No one does comedy like dry British humor. And no one does, between Britain, or between UK and Canada, point blank, we have the best humor. Just point blank, done. print, best humor overall. The opening ceremony is in a few hours. Ooh. I do love opening ceremonies. Like, I remember the Paris one. That one was stunning. I was just like, this is great. The opening ceremonies and closing ceremonies are always impressive. So. Although, to be fair, one of the biggest impacts of an opening, I don't even remember if it was the opening ceremony or closing ceremony, but in Vancouver 2010, they had this one scene where it was just whales on the arena, and you saw the whales come up, and then they actually like had the air puff out. If you looked at it today, it would probably look terrible. But I just remember at the time, I was just like, that was so impactful and cool. I still remember that to this day. Or like the Beijing one with all the drummers. I'm trying to think of like all the parts I remember from different opening ceremonies. So I think the last one I actively remember, the UK gave us Mr. Bean's, the goat of silent comedy. Oh, he was funny. He was really funny. And also, like, for some reason, all of the Mary Poppins. I remember that. But we'll see how. By the way, talking of favorite places, Baldwin Street is a great choice. It's only about 2 blocks, but you get some really, really interesting restaurants, but also some really vibrant spaces that are just super cool and interesting. So, hi there. Let's see. Yeah. The 2010 Winter Olympic in Vancouver with the whales. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just can't remember if it was the opening. Probably the opening ceremony, I'd say. Because, like, you know. I am curious to know if anyone has any particular Olympic memories that they really enjoy. You'd think people would have cleaned off the ice by now, but unfortunately that one slip proves that no, they did not. I've only gone down once on the sidewalks. Don't want to make it a second time. The reason I chose this street is because it houses some of my favorite items in the city, including, but not limited to, beautiful view of the CN Tower, Toronto's Épinade. Yes, I called it Toronto's spinach, but I did that because it sounds like something else. Now, if you look over here, up from this angle, it just looks like a lot of construction, which it absolutely is. But in a couple months, that's all going to be extension to the AGO, which you can see the glass part at the bottom. AGO, beautiful museum. Lovely, lovely space. If you ever get the chance to go, it is worth it. One of Canada's biggest collection. Well, probably the biggest collection of Canadian artists. But for some reason, not me. Which, frankly, let's be honest, that's just missing out. Having chicken tikka masala with my ooh, that sounds delicious. I guess the real question is, which donut do I have? It is donut day after all. What did we done do with the donut? Prefers bottoms to tops? Oh, you don't know me at all, Sam. Nah, I'm kidding. Both are equally lovely. So this gives us a great view of the area. We're talking about burger buns, right? Burger buns? Big building, super impressive. Here, get a chance to go in. Here's a question. With an elephant, you have the option to boop in the center or at the end of the nose. I always say we go with the nose. So Boop. But just the way that they did the sculpture, it's so interesting. Like, even just the way that he made the eye mimic like a... Well, it's all couch pieces, right? So this is all couches. But when you back up, it kind of reveals the elephant as a whole. But just super cool. I don't know how they bronzed it. Or they I don't know how they cast it in bronze. It's such a scale. Like, it's so impressive. It really is. Well, it's right here actually used to be where the other Henry Moore piece used to be. They have moved that one down. So you find that one now essentially behind the building in the parkette. But also, if you look up here, the OCAD building, one of Toronto's strangest strangest buildings. Divisive. Many people question whether or not it is beautiful or the ugliest thing you've ever seen. I would say yes. I think that is a fair assessment, that it probably is the ugliest thing you've ever seen. But at the same time, oh no, Katie. I literally just charged her this morning and she's already acting up. Well, that's unfortunate. But let me see what I can do. We will see if Katie behaves now. It's not even that cold today. But I think my theory is this. I named my gimbal after a natural Floridian. So when it gets cold, she will just naturally give up on us. There we go. That's my attempt. Hopefully Katie behaves now. Also, hello, Kevin. Sorry I didn't say hi to you in the frustrating fight with Katie. But we got there. We got there eventually. This is the Butterfield Park. Possibly the best part about this is that you can boop so much on the way by. For instance, we got a little fox here. What does it say? It says boop. Oh. Katie Bear's a little curved, a little Dutch angled, but that's okay. That's okay. Timeout vacations are available to trolls for absolutely free. Well, just so we can go over this. Let's see. Hello, friends. My name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, and I am here to tell you that if you or someone you know is coming to Toronto and you are looking for a unique experience, why not gift them with a customizable walking tour tailored specifically to their interests? Yes, I'm available to be booked, and you can book me via VIATOR or TRIPADVISor at the link in the description below. Finally, if you want to help this channel grow, a great way to do that is to like and subscribe. Liking encourages YouTube to recommend the video to other people. Subscribing will encourage YouTube to, well, encourage you to come back at some point. I do this every day, and I love to show off my city, so if you're ever looking for hidden, curious parts of the city that you've never seen before, I'd love to show them to you. If you are ever here, also let me know. Also, there's something you can do called hyping the channel, and I really appreciate that if you ever do it. But in the meantime, yes, I figured I would show the haircut this time because She wanted to see it. So I was just like, you know what? Let's make it happen. Video on how I did that. And also links to the description in that as well. Hopefully, y'all are having a good time. And we're going to continue on this place to some of my favorite places in the city. So, let's keep going. Subscribers does equal more donuts, but that's like that's a me treat. I don't think me getting more donuts is going to actively encourage anyone to subscribe. Although today is donut day, so it's a very happy occasion. Every 50 subscribers, there's a new donut. So, on the way home, I will be able to get one of those, as well as pick up some needed supplies, because, well, I did wake up today with a fairly significant cold, and had to take my NyQuil, and then we realized just like we're running out of the stuff that we need, so now I have to go and do that and get those things that we need. Which is always great. But look at the CN Tower, isn't that nice? Hey Bixby, good to see you, my friend. Welcome to this beautiful, not quite chilly day, slightly snowy day. It's a confused day. The day can't quite decide what it wants to be or do, which is very fair. We're at least having a good time. That's half the fun. Good night, everyone. Good night to you, Missy. Thank you for stopping by today. Hopefully you get a chance to come back soon. Do you have a certain time of day to like to do a grocery run? I try to go as late as possible, less screaming kids in the aisles. I'm the opposite. I like to go as early as possible because that's where the deals normally congregate. But I don't want to brag, but this week I managed to do my laundry, and as such I felt very accomplished for like a day. So, just got to see what it. We have Lemsip in the UK for colds and flu. It contains paracetamol. Okay. To melt or not to melt, that is the question. It ain't melting today. The sun is not strong enough. That is for darn sure. But for those who are keeping track, we are coming up to Queen Street, Toronto's very popular Toronto thoroughfare. Also home to some really interesting spaces and places. Oh no, the tip's penetrating the sky. Oh. Seriously, backload on the laundry front. It's the worst, isn't it? You're just like, I would love to be able to like, move. Paracetamol is basically aspirin. Good to know. See, my big thing is I want to find something specifically that tackles runny nose. I feel like every other symptom I can handle fairly confidently. But like a runny nose is the one thing that will drive me absolutely bonkers, and I hate it so much. So, that's where I stand on over-the-counter drugs. Hey Matt, hey Tony, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're feeling, well, I hope you feel better soon. But disappointed I won't be seeing you on Sunday. But also take care of yourself. And I know from experience, nothing hurts more than a bad back. So, hope you feel well soon. Are you near Kim's convenience store? That's actually on like the other side of Queen Street. So we won't be passing by it today. It's also an area I don't go into super often, and especially not alone. Just because, yeah, a lot of incidents happen in that area. Especially with walktubers. So, there are some places I try to avoid. Strategically. Not that I think there's anything wrong with the areas. Just that if I'm going by myself, I've had more than enough experiences there being like, I don't like how this makes me feel. I really have no choice. Fair enough. Still got their Christmas decorations up. Well, I guess they're technically winter decorations, quote unquote. But like, winter is Christmas, let's be fair. Good to see you again, First Class. We always notice when you're gone. I mean, not specifically. But I'm just like, you know what? Something's missing. It's all subconscious, of course. Especially with how icy it is out, there's just a bad idea. It really is. Like, certainly, again, these are days if you don't have to go out, don't do it. Let me do the hard walking for you. Proud to do my part. I'll ghost, just busy at work. Understand completely. I remember work. To be fair, this is work. But it doesn't always feel like work, and that's the key. Actually, it does. But like, good work. Work that I'm doing. So not important, but good work. I don't know. I'm trying not to be self-deprecating. It is so hard. What did I miss? Power went out. Oh no! Well, glad power's back on. Today is not a day you want the power to go out, because it's like the deceptive cold, where you go outside, you're just like, oh, it's not super cold, and then you're just like, oh wait, yes it is. Upper Canada College boarding house. Huh. It's healthy work. It is healthy work. That's why I need the donuts to balance it out. Really cold temperatures for Sunday. I wonder about the Eglinton RT ground. Hopefully the trolleys will run. Could you imagine? Oh God. Could you imagine if everyone's up there ready and like super excited for the trains, and then they don't come? Oh my God. That would be like the perfect cherry on top of the crap Sunday. Back up. Hello, Haunting. Good to see you today, my friend. Welcome back. You've been here for a few days now, and I want to say I always like when seeing you pop up. Thank you for participating in the chat. We really appreciate it. Backup power for the electronics, always a game changer. That's true. That is true. Fireplace keeps me warm on days like this. Yeah. Oh man, I love mustard. Oh man. Parking garages in Toronto are pretty much just a license to print money, let's be fair. And the cost of one car is more than it would take to pay one person to sit in a booth for an hour. Can't argue. Them some good margins. That being said, if you're coming to Toronto, I am firmly under the impression that you should not, under any circumstances, point blank, do not drive. It is the worst thing you can do, and it will ruin your experience in Toronto. No one drives in Toronto. There's too much traffic. Imagine a reverse vibrate. I don't know if I want to finish the sentence, Sam. Turns kinetic energy into emergency phone power. It's an option, I guess. Got the Elephant and Castle over there. Actually, quite a nice little bar. I remember they used to be over on, not College Street. Was it College? Young, I think it was around Young College. But like, it was really tasty. It's good to see that they're still down here, but I don't think I've actually been to them here since they were there. Then why is there so much traffic? Oh, it's a line from Futurama where Fry's just like, no one in New York drives. There's too much traffic. And just like, ironically enough, it does kind of hold true today. Hello, hello. I was at Gerard. Oh, no way. Welcome to the chat. Mike Stroh. Delicious, delightful, wonderful to have you here. You'll never guess where I am now. I'll give you a hint. It's Hamilton. By the way, this is the Roy Thompson Hall on the left here. Sorry, on the right here. As I said, this was one of my father's favorite street corners in the city. Because back in the day, St. Andrew's Church used to be here. And then across from there used to be a bar, which there still is. If you go to Elephant and Castle right there. And then over here, there used to be the Ministry of Transportation. And then on the other street corner here, there used to be the Department of Education. So as he used to say, he used to always be like, oh, this is the corner of salvation, damnation, education, transportation. And just like, I don't know why I found that so amusing. But I think it's because my father found it so amusing that I found it like quirky and touching. So, yeah. I would say so. You're in Toronto and I'm well. God darn it, you caught me. I was so close to getting away with a blatant lie. One day. And then I can be president. No, I'm kidding. How much bzzzt before the phone is fully charged? You know what? You know what, Sam? You know what? That's fine. You can continue. You're making me laugh. That's the key. Something going on here. How much data do you use per stream? Hard to say. I actually don't know my metrics on that. I can say that I'm streaming in 720 because that is the amount that I have to use. Are you satisfied with your long distance provider? You know what? Let's talk. To be fair, Data does make a good lieutenant. Lieutenant Commander? Sorry, he's a Lieutenant Commander. I forget these things. Where's Timmy? She needs to talk to us about Star Trek. Ooh, if you look forward, you will see the train. GO train is a regional form of transportation. Starts usually from Toronto, starts usually from Union Station. But then from there you can get all the way to you get to Hamilton, occasionally Niagara, or go all the way over to the other side. I think it goes to Milton overall. I think it's the furthest it goes, but happy 60th birthday, Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Aw, good for him. Good for him. Man, that just proves you can take a meme and you can ride it till the day you die. Although you can't anymore, because meme culture in and of itself is kind of over. Where there's no real set. There are the meme templates that get used enough that they last for a little while. But eventually all memes burn out, sadly. Here today, gone tomorrow. So I found you through Green Knight, just so you know, collabs work. Hey, that's great. Here's the thing. I'm especially happy about that because I'm the one who got him into it. He is my stream son. The same way I am Eddie's stream son. That's why that's why Green Knight refers to me as Stream Daddy. At least I hope that's why he refers to me as Stream Daddy. Hello, Neville. Have you seen this awesome building at 100 Adelaide Street East? 100 Adelaide Street East. Possibly. I couldn't tell you which one it is off the top of my head, unfortunately. Guarantee I've walked by it. Possibly several times. Possibly even today. Now, funny enough, I'm stupid proud of him. Like, the fact that he's doing so well already, I'm just like, you know what, bud? That's great. We actually grew up together. So he's from my home, well, I should say we're from the same hometown. So he's from North Bay, I'm from North Bay. Years ago, we actually performed in a production of Godspell where I played Jesus and he played Judas. And so that was fun. But then in addition to that, we also did, like, he was constantly in a bunch of my shows. So like I wrote a show called Massacre, which was later on when became Killer Addiction. But like he was my god of death. It was a lot of fun. He's very talented. And if he's here right now, I hate him. But like, just so no one tells him, I'm like stupid proud of him. And I'm, even if he gets like much further than I do in terms of YouTube stuff, I couldn't be prouder of him. And because then I can mooch off of him. So that just seems good all around. A lot of interesting things to look at in front of you before you enter. Oh, nice, you two go way. Yeah, we go way back. And we're talking like years and years of working together. So, yeah. I'm very happy with what he's doing. And also like the fact that he does the other videos and he's doing a really good job of keeping consistent and keeping things going. I'm really like, yeah, I'm really happy to see what he's doing. Oh, Jack Astor's. Does anyone still like Jack Astor's? I feel like Jack Astor's is like definition fine enough. It's like the Applebee's solution, where no one likes Applebee's, but somehow it ends up the place where everyone has their meetings. Everybody who's your feet until united. Oh. Kelly's Landing, very, very tasty place. And over here you will see, of course, Union Station. This has been our destination today, so we're going to start to loop back, planning to go up Yonge Street. But I think they got to catch a bunch of my favorite places in the city. And of course, if we turn around, you will see the Metro Toronto Convention Centre, because you can't see the CN Tower through this building. Tragic, isn't it? Where are you headed? Jack Astor's like, I can just make that at home. It really is, unfortunately. Hiking in your 60s is a great way to meet people. Today I met 2 paramedics, 3 nurses, a cardiologist, and nearly met Jesus. That's... Okay, Andrew, that's really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Love the cool blue hair. Thank you, buddy. I haven't actually had blue hair for like a year or so now. So it's really nice to have it back again. We're of course coming up to the Fairmont over here. The Royal York Hotel, which when it was built, I did not know this until Randy told it. When it was built, this was the largest building in the Commonwealth, which is just kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Dang. I gotta keep going, man. Famous hair reveal? The hair reveal will happen again in about 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Because I gotta do the next plug. Is the Fairmont expensive? Oh my god, yes. Yes. I mean, literally when royalty comes, they stay here. So like, it'll be pricey. Although maybe not as much as you think. I guess it depends how much you're willing to pay for an experience. Ooh, would that be fun? Could I do that? Could I be like, all right, I'm gonna get like the full experience and like go to different hotels in the city and let you know which hotels are the best? Ooh, ooh. Is that an idea? That might be an idea. I might need to do that. Got a haircut and didn't like it. I may have my time off, get another one. Well, I would say if you were in Toronto, you could go to Joel. He was very good. I am unbiased, of course, but he is very, very, very good. I'm very happy with the haircut. It's also just like a little bit more funky as well. Not quite like a mohawk, but not a mohawk, which I like. Need a place to stay when I come into town in May. Some of the best deals I've seen are actually off of Airbnb, funny enough. But yeah, a lot of cheap, like Chelsea's very popular and not too expensive. Yeah, a lot of the ones like not uptown, but like closer to the north part of the city, a lot of those are really nice. I think the reason the Royal York was built was because the Queen was coming to Canada. That would make a lot of sense, to be fair. Do you think a condo should be built over Union Station? Oh God, no. No. Union Station should absolutely stay exactly as it is. We also don't need like more condos in the city, so boop. It's an old man cut, no fade on the sides. The guy is a foreign. Guy's foreign and language barrier. Just unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. There is a very specific style of cutting that is now very common, that hasn't always been common. But, you know, certain things that now just seem fairly commonplace, in a lot of ways are still getting caught up, you know? That's unfortunate, but it's not a terrible thing, but it's unfortunate. The second you get something you don't like, that's always my issue. Just like, you always want people to feel good about themselves. Yes, a boop. As long as Green Knight doesn't steal my boops. If he does, I'll be very mad. I did background work for a TV show at Royal York and went to the bar. Get a martini during the break. It was $20. I believe that entirely. Especially if this was like back in the day. I still tipped. Well, you have to. You have to. It's still hard work that they're doing. I tried your boop with my 2 pit bulls. They took it as a challenge. Oh no. Another one of my favorite buildings in Toronto. We're coming up to Old City Hall, as you can see in the distance there. When you get there, you'll notice that there's a clock tower at the top. And just stemming down from there are one of the few cases of a building still holding on to their gargoyles. One of the few places in Toronto you will still find gargoyles to this very day. Now, these ones don't come alive at night, and they're also not named after boroughs in New York. So you know they're not going to be like as good as regular gargoyles. But equally great. Delightful, if a little generic. I was at the Royal York in 2003 for TOURCon 3, the World Science Fiction Convention held in Toronto. Oh, that's fun. It was nice and a lot of room parties. Oh, that would be so much fun. You should turn left on Adelaide. It's 1 block, I think. 100 Adelaide Street. You know what? Why not? I think I'm coming up to Adelaide still. Let's check out 100 Adelaide Street West. Check out all the architecture and colorful mosaics. Well, I won't be able to go inside the building, but as long as I'm able to clock the things outside, that should be fine. By the way, this is the old Bank of Nova Scotia. It's funny because This whole area has just always, I think, been banks. But just the building itself, I'm just like, what a cool building. You know? Very much one of the Art Deco Batman animated series type buildings. That's like a straight out of Gotham place. I have 10 web pages open right now to read. Need to catch up. Is that normal or a lot? I would say a lot. But let's see. Let's see. This is, of course, King Street. Underneath us, by the way, is the path, which is one of my favorite parts in Toronto, but probably one of the hardest to film in. Because the second you go into a lot of these buildings, they're just like, get out with a camera. I should clarify. But essentially, it's this giant shopping mall right underneath the city. Very verbose, very full. Did the snow just start snowing? It's been snowing the entire time I have been outside, which is very annoying. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's great. We love it. It's so much fun. This is the best kind of life. Because, you know, we haven't had enough lately. We need more. Always more with the snow. My eyes need checking. To be fair, it is snowing harder now. So the flakes are more visible. When it's lighter, it can be a little hard to see on camera. And also when I'm walking faster, the snow is harder to see. So, many things working against you in this weather. But you still get a beautiful little snowfall. Very light, very gentle. Very nice in its own way. And here we are. We're at Adelaide. Bay Adelaide Centre. So 320 Bay. We're looking for 100 Adelaide. Guess you need to get a hidden camera kind of set up, figure out how to strap your phone somewhere and hide it. Could work. I'll just do one of those things like Homer with the camera. I'll wear a giant cowboy hat. It'll be ideal. 90 Adelaide. 330. Oh, it's hard to tell which one's which. If we go over there, let's see if we can find it for you. I do want to say those are beautiful mosaics. So I'm actually kind of glad I'm across the street. Lovely tile work. Very like Picasso meets Kandinsky, but like as a mosaic, which is cool. What is Gabby Hayes? She's a love novelist from the 80s. I know of her. I don't think I know her though. 360 camera stream would be awesome. Sam, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to do that. I have been looking at potential setups that I can do in the future, like once things get moving, but there's a setup I could do where I could actually literally just like wear a camera, stream it to my phone, and then have that like the camera to the phone would stream directly to like the thing at home, and I could be answering people's questions as they're going, while someone at home monitors the chats and does like all of the relay stuff. And I could actually have like I could have a 360 camera, I could have a 3D camera. I could do it all. It'd be great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mike, this is great. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Very much like Bible coded, which I think is interesting at the beginning. Love the reliefs. Beautiful structure, beautiful engraving. It's got the birds and the... Ah, there's someone coming. Even up there, looking at the symbols on top. What a cool village. I'm glad you pointed this out because this isn't one I've noticed before. Let's see. Very cool. Exceptional mosaic work done. That's from 28. Wow. Imagine getting your work imprinted into the building and literally almost a century later having some people come by and appreciate it. What do you think those symbols are? Estimates with symbols is usually only like a couple things it could be, right? It'll be either symbols of like education or families or home, or like if this is the concourse building, I would say different forms of either transit, perhaps it's different forms of like government. No, it could be anything really. Different forms of business. Very nice and odd at the same time, right? What would it be? Like I looked at it and I was just like 28 and I was just like, wait a minute, that's in like that's 2 years from now. And then I realized it was from a century ago. You're just like, wow, okay, yeah, no, that's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with me, actually. That was really cool. I will say this ground is a little more slippery, right? Appreciate it lots. I accidentally found it one night when I was obsessed with sun gazing. So the sun really spoke to me. Interesting. Sun gazing isn't something that I've heard before. And the only thing I can think of is during that lovely little solar eclipse a couple years ago where Trump looked directly into the sun. That was an experience. Hello, Brad. Sorry, Mr. Brad. Oh, look, it's an Emily May. Adventurous enough to take a suggestion. Heck yeah. Anytime I can go find new stuff, I will always be up for it. I love her work. Her with the raccoons. I'm assuming it's her. Maybe it's them. But I love their work. She's like so cute. And just all over the place. I love raccoons in general. For those who don't know, Toronto is the raccoon capital of the world. We have more raccoons per capita than anywhere else in the world, meaning we win at life. Because raccoons are adorable and amazing and mischievous. And also kind of evil, and I relate to that. Financial district always feels slippery and slimy to me. I'm talking about the ground, Steven. I'm talking about the... Nah, I'm kidding. But yes, also. The sun has been blind. Man. Won't it be nice when America stops... Actually, you know what? You could just end the sentence there. That's fine. I was going to be like, stops being the center of every news story. Sun gazing is basically watching the sunrise is better with bare feet on the earth. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Yeah, do that. I guess that is kind of the only time where you can actually look at the sun. So, you know, good on you. Otherwise, problems happen. Grounding, very grounding. One of my most amazing experiences, I remember, was me and two friends in North Bay when we were young, and we had just finished doing a show that summer, and then we literally stayed up all night and then watched the sunrise together on this rock in the middle of the city. It was a beautiful moment. one of those fleeting moments of youth where you look back and you're just like, yeah, that was kind of magic. It aligns you and recharges your internal battery. I cannot wait to do that more often when it is warm. I'm going to qualify that. But when it is warm. You know, I should have like, when I go to a warm place, I should do like a mid-morning sunrise walk. That would be nice. That'd be really nice, actually. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a sunrise walk. And make you experience a lot of the synchronicities. Interesting. That makes a lot of sense. It is one of the human universal truths is that every day the sun will rise and fall. There is no guarantee of this, but yet somehow it still keeps happening. Because, you know, science is real. But, you know, apart from that, it's the one nice thing about like seasons change. The only thing constant in the world is that everything changes. But also at the same time, while things might seem really dark and crazy right now, at the same time, so much good stuff is happening too. It just so often gets overlooked. But as someone who has had like, never be afraid to talk to people, is what I'm saying. And even if it's just me, you can talk to me anytime. I will always be here. For at least 2 hours every day. Or at least an hour. If it's really cold, it's an hour. But I like to say 2 hours because it makes me sound more efficient than I am. I did the calculations. If I do streams for at least 2 hours every day, consistently, routinely, I will have spent one entire month this year streaming. Which just seems incorrect. But yeah, the other thing is if I actually get to the point where I can have like a setup and have people talking to me and stuff like that, or someone at home managing everything, it means anytime someone like does a super chat, it'll pop up. Anytime someone does like subscribes, it'll pop up with the message. It'd be nice to have like those notices in real time. Not that I expect that they would be very busy, but you know, we just gotta keep going. Like I said, one step at a time. Actually, dare I go through Eaton Center? That's just instinct kicking in right there. It's like, you know what? I don't need to go through Eaton Center today. Let's walk up to the tiny church and then go around and go up Bay instead. That was 100% just instinct. Be like, oh, this is the way you always walk. And just like, no, not today. Not today, Satin. I know you can't really see it right now in the weather, but in season, this whole area in the middle is a giant labyrinth, and you can actually go through and walk it. It looks like some people have actually done that to the point where you can kind of see where the trails are, which is kind of cool. Although it looks like this area over here has not been dug out to the extent that I thought it was. That's okay. I also just never really appreciated this piece of art in the middle. Always some sort of thing or truck beeping or making lovely sounds. It's just like me, daddy, me. Greetings from Croatia. Rim Tim Taggy Dim, my friend. Thank you for joining us, Nexus. Hey, Kyle. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Croatia. Capital of Croatia is... It's not Zagreb. That's Serbia. Capital of Croatia is... Crap. Why can't I remember this? Either way, I was rooting for you in 2024. In Eurovision, I should say. Also, they have their little church over here, which is really cute. Zagreb. Oh, was I right? Was it actually Zagreb? Ah, crap. Well, now I feel silly. Oh, look, it's heated rivalry practice. Oh. That's pretty friggin' cool. It's like you can actually try to get this. That's neat. That's really neat. I only know of Dubrovnik, Croatia. Fair enough. Let's see. Hope you're well. Do not doubt your knowledge. I know, I'm so friggin' smart. Such a problem. Ugh. What is this, hockey games? Right? I'm just like, what a cool little setup. I wonder if it's for like an event or something, but not enough to ask someone. That hockey rink looks like the perfect size for me. Yeah, that's great. I will say, funny enough, I did a hockey game. Well, sorry. Let me clarify something for a second. I am in no way what people would call quote unquote athletic. But back in the day, when I was like this little Twinkie kid, my college professor created his magnum opus, which was a production of Henry V by William Shakespeare that took place between the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs in the 1967 Centennial Games. So, yeah, we were fighting over the Stanley Cup, which was interesting. Because when you look at me, and like especially when I was like super skinny and like very weak, people would look at me and be like, that's a hockey player. Super masculine hockey player.
Matti?
Oh, hey.
Robert.
Yeah, how you doing?
Jam.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
I just finished my run.
That's You did this on purpose.
Wait.
You want to say hi?
Through, Spadina and down for Queen.
That's awesome, buddy. Good to see you. You want to say hi to some folks?
Oh.
Look who we just ran into.
Poison Jam.
Yeah. I'm just like, I guess you were not in the chat. You had to be somewhere.
No. Yeah, I was out for a run. I thought the weather was going to get bad later, so I decided to go. I usually go mid-afternoon.
Fair enough.
Oh.
How are you, buddy?
Tired.
I believe it, yeah. I mean, you did just do your run.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I feel like that's a good time to be.
No, I literally just hit 5K. I switched over to a walk.
Oh, amazing.
Oh. How's your stream going?
Pretty good so far.
Find anything interesting today?
Well, today accidentally ended up being, I was just like halfway through. I just decided, let's just go to all my favorite places.
Okay.
And it worked out pretty well. So I went down, we saw the ROM. We went over, we saw...
Oh, geez, you've already been...
Oh, yeah. I'm actually just kind of looping back now. I have to go to Loblaws to get my donut, and then to Shoppers to get some cold medicine.
Not unholy, eh?
Not, oh god, no. That's so expensive, man. Loblaws, it's like buy one get one free if you run fast enough. That's the key. Yeah.
I can pick you out in the crowd.
Yeah, if only I had some sort of distinguishing characteristic about me. It's crazy. Well, especially now, like yesterday, I saw, but like, I ended up getting this done. So just like, well, now I'm even.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, now I'm even more distinctive.
Oh, Mink on the back. So
Yeah.
Cool.
But.
Where'd you get that done?
Actually went to my partner. So
okay, so
he has a space over on Davies Street.
Oh, okay.
And so I was just like, I can make like a little video for you. And so we did, and then we did like a silly little video after that I'm going to give him after. So,
Wicked.
Yeah. He's very bad at social media. So I have to be like, you know what? So am I. But let's have some fun. Let's do something fun.
I've been doing like streaming for 5 years and I'm still terrible at social media. I like do no self-promotion. Although I suppose mentioning I'm a streamer here.
Yeah.
Counts on something.
Check out Poison Jam.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Medano's already posted the link to your thing.
Yes.
But
yes.
He is so on that. I can like mention something and then like 5 minutes later, or like 5 seconds later, it pops up in the chat. It's just like, this is their blood type. It's great. It's great.
You got a great little community here.
You know what? They're fun. Yeah. I have zero complaints with everyone. I mean, Sam can get on a little late sometimes, but that's fine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Sam. I'm kidding. Before you have What's up for you for the rest of the afternoon then?
For the rest of the afternoon, I am stopping in the LCBO.
Delightful.
So I'm going to Carlton Street.
Delightful.
And I'm gonna find me a good bourbon to use for old fashions. I've already tried a brandy, so I'm gonna try one with a bourbon.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite bourbon was. Maybe it was actually Warts. I think it might have been Gooder and Warts.
Okay.
But.
And then actually the rest of the day's free for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a training at 2.
Okay.
That's why I want to try to get the stuff I need to get before that.
Right on.
Before that, so then I don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day.
Right on.
As you do. As you do.
It's always good to keep your Friday evenings open, get everything done as early as possible.
Fair enough. First Lat's not a big bourbon fan. That's fair. That's fair. To each their own. Some people can be wrong. That's fine. I'm also not like a huge bourbon fan, but like, I get it. I get it. A nice Canadian whiskey can be nice. Maybe. I guess that's just bourbon, isn't it?
Rye, usually. Canadian.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Rye is
like
tasty.
the Albertan stuff and whatnot. I tried with a rye, an old fashioned, and it didn't quite taste like what I get at like bars and stuff. So I'm thinking bourbon is probably the more common
More than likely, yeah.
spirit. So I'm going to try that.
Do you have a smoker?
No.
So I was going to say, if you ever get the chance to try like a nice smoked bourbon, it's delicious. We used to do that. I used to work at a place, well, when I was managing a bar down on King, like that's how we would make our bourbons.
Okay.
It was great. It was great. For someone who managed a bar, I should really know alcohol more, but I don't.
So I'm calling myself a bit of a reformed picky eater. I guess for most of my life I was, and now I don't know. I think my bridge to getting over that was like food YouTube and drink YouTube.
I think
almost intellectualizing it,
right?
And now it's more like a knowledge pursuit to me.
Yes.
Like learning to eat new foods and cultures and what it says about the cultures those foods come from. Yeah.
Hello, Lacrosse. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. But no, I absolutely understand. There was one guy named Cocktail Chemistry. I don't know if he still makes videos, but dang, he really got me into a lot of gastronomy, and just like this makes a lot of sense now, and it's insane the things that you can do with something as simple as a drink.
I think my onboarding was How to Drink. Greg.
Oh yes.
Yes,
he's good too.
Channel.
Oh, it's always fun to hear like, well, mind you, we're both not young men. At some point, you're just like, you know what? I want to find out about vacuums.
Yeah.
And it's just like your interests shift very quickly to the point where you're just like, you know what's great? Boring things as a kid. All those boring things you hated, They're great.
Food you thought was a lot yucky, or
Yes.
drinks you didn't understand.
Who knew that fried Brussels sprouts can slap so hard? Like,
No, I was a pure chicken nuggets and French fries kid as like a wee lad, and oh boy, it took many years to get over that.
to be fair, I think that's mostly of what Joel eats now. But like,
No shame.
No
Because
shame
I think
in-
putting a lot of shame on it is doesn't really help anybody.
no
right?
shame in nuggets, but like,
Nuggets
expanding.
slap. I still
Yeah.
eat nuggets.
Yeah, expanding your own gastronomy, expanding your own like tastes, never a bad thing.
Never.
The more you find out about yourself, the better it is.
Yeah.
I love bird watching now. Heck yeah, first last. You're a birder. Vacuum suction is important. It really is.
Oh, speaking of birding, I downloaded that Merlin bird app, which like will listen to your surroundings and identify the birds that are in your vicinity.
What?
So, yeah. There's this app you can download called Merlin, and it's totally free because you're sending them data, right? You're giving them feeding into a Wikipedia bank
Oh,
of
interesting.
recordings of different birds. So
Oh,
you can
that's
just,
super
like,
cool.
Lay it out on your deck for like 10 minutes.
And find out what
record all
birds
the
are around
birds.
you. That's so
It'll-
cool.
Yeah, identifies them all. So I've gotten into doing that whenever I go to like a new area, like a vacation or go camping, or
Right?
yeah,
That's really neat.
I'm kind of collecting them like Pokemon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Go for like
Birds.
boring people after your 20s. It's great. Shazam for birds.
Yes.
Matty.
Exactly.
Oh man. Remember what a big deal Shazam was when that came about?
Oh yeah, it still exists, and I still think about it from time to time because like I haven't been in the music scene since I was DJing. When I adopted the name Poison's Jam,
Fair.
was to be a DJ, like all men in their early 20s.
As you do.
Of,
Are you going on college or?
Yes. I'm heading
Perfect.
towards Carleton.
I am too. I think I'm probably going to end the stream literally at college and Young, just because I
Okay.
have to go going to Shoppers, right? So
Sort of crash your stream.
no, this is great. I always complain just like no one wants to come out with me because it's cold.
My partner's
Just like-
like that. She never wants to come outside in the winter.
Well-
She can avoid it.
I'll do it up with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Your runs will be a lot slower, but a lot farther.
I don't know. I'm still recovering from surgery last May, so my pace is pretty slow. So
Fair.
maybe we'll be matched.
What was the surgery? Maybe,
Anterior-
sorry. Just like super invasive question
No,
on
no.
camera.
You're lucky because it's not super private. It's
Right.
ATFL, anterior talofibular ligaments in my ankle.
Okay.
I was off running for 6 months, didn't even stream or anything like that.
You don't stream your runs, do you?
I thought about it, but I haven't come up with a satisfactory solution for that yet.
Fair.
I'm thinking chest.
Yeah,
harness.
it would also be really bouncy,
Yeah.
which could be a little bit tricksy. But
Yeah. I considered, this is something I thought about for years. Like, could I do a run stream?
you'd almost have to do it with something that follows you. But like, remember that stupid Snapchat floating?
Almost like
Hover
you're a video
thing?
game character.
Yeah.
Like, it gives a third-person view of you.
That would be how you'd have to do it, because it's the only way it would work.
Yeah. Just video game yourself. Like your GTA
Which would be
character.
kind of cool, I'm not going to lie.
No, it would be.
Especially if you did turn it into a video game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have chat
Press B to
direct
jump.
your turns.
Press B to jump.
Turn right at the next intersection. Yeah.
Avoid this car. No. The wasted screen would be sad, though.
Yeah, as I said, I had a
Yes,
epic
yes.
beard. So it might be a bit confusing because the YouTube post, I still have a beard. I
Yeah.
schedule stuff like a year in advance because,
Well, wow.
like in a single stream, I can knock out 2 weeks of like posts. So I've got a backlog back like a year ago. So when you see me with the beard, yeah, it's old. Oh,
Don't get me
the
wrong.
old 7-Eleven.
Right?
Yeah.
Just like, it's weird to see it gone, but also I'm just like, I'm not surprised that it's gone.
But the Shoppers isn't 24-hour anymore either.
Right? Wait, what? What?
No, they stopped doing 24-hour. The Shoppers.
Everywhere stops doing 24 hours.
Eventually.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Bring back 24-hour France. It's the only reason France was alive in the
Are you
first
telling me
place.
that one's not 24-hour anymore?
No. Apparently
no.
they're all like only until midnight, and then afterwards it's just screw you time. Which I'm just like, that's not fair. I'm just gonna come over here and then do the cutoff. Well, first off, welcome Poison Jam. Good to have you on board. That's it for me today. So thank you for joining us today. If you like, we will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. So please join us. Oh, right, sorry. Just so people can actually remember to see. So there you go. Yes, hopefully you enjoyed. We will see you all very, very soon. And yeah, looking forward to having you back tomorrow. Bye, friends.